Tell me your scariest paranormal experience or your first paranormal experience. Tell you what, I'll go ahead. I'll start with another one of mine. I've been in the field for a while now, over 20-something years. So I've had multiple experiences. Here is one that really got me. I had so many experiences at this location in one night. It was insane. Okay, we are talking about the real Conjuring House. The location is amazing. Every time I go there, I get evidence. I mean, it's phenomenal. It really is. So this starts off, it was probably about 4 years ago. One of my best friends, Stormy Daniels, was doing a show called Spooky Bates Paranormal Show, and she invited me to come out there and be a guest, investigator. So we ended up pulling up to the place, and as soon as we got there, we're like, yeah, all hell's gonna break loose. We could sense it. We could just sense it in the air. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and skip ahead. I don't want to make this too long because I really don't want to do a part two. Well, we end up going to the place, got all the cameras set up, getting ready to investigate. Everything gets dark. We go outside, we ground ourselves, just a little bit of protection. So we're in there, and mine and Stormy's friend Justin and Stormy's husband Barrett, we were down in the basement, and the girls were up top, the guys were down, in the basement. We were filming, and next thing you know, I look at Justin, I just get a weird feeling. I was like, man, we got to go up here, and we got to go up there and check out the girls, make sure they're okay. I'm just getting a bad feeling about this. Justin looks at me and was like, yeah, dude, you're right, let's go. So we go up the steps, and as soon as we get to the top of the steps from the basement, now the women are in the living room. We get to the top of the steps. All we hear is the alarm of the vehicle, the Escalade going off. Just going off like somebody broke into it, right? Nobody else is here. All right. So they scream. They go running toward the door. Open up the door. We're right behind them. As soon as the door opens, the vehicle back door is wide open. Now, there was a haunted doll in there called Susan, which Stormy still has to this day. It was an Ed and Lorraine Warren doll. She didn't want to bring him in the Conjuring House. Because she wanted Susan to be safe outside, And she even put a seatbelt on Susan in the back. Well, that door was wide open, seatbelt undone. Susan, the doll, was laying on the ground. Nobody else there. I'm getting chill bumps, talking about it. There's no possible way that this could happen. Everybody was accountable for. All right. Later on that night, whenever I did smoke cigarettes, which if you smoke, stop, believe me, you will feel a lot better. As soon as I'd go outside and I'd smoke a cigarette, I went outside 3 times within like 4 hours. And every time I walk outside, I look to the left of me and over toward the back rear of the Conjuring House. I saw a half-body apparition. I mean, you can see the arm, the color of the skin. It was, human, was white, and it looked like on the other arm it was like half a sleeve, a white sleeve. Like it was rolled up or something. It was so weird, and it was the same thing that I went out every time I went out. So I'm thinking it was a residual. It was like a broken record repeating itself. But I thought it was pretty cool because it's been a while since I've seen full half body apparition. There was another time that night that we were down in the basement, okay? Down in the basement, and Storm was doing the sensory deprivation, the earphones and all that stuff, and I was filming, and there was the well down there was covered with a board, and I couldn't remove the board off the top of the well, and there was a REM pod sitting there. Well, Storm's sitting here doing the session. We got all this on video. Doing the session, and she got through doing it. She stood up, and she looked at me. She went to go hand me the earphones, and next thing you know, that REM pod just started going off. I look over at the REM pod. Everybody looks at it like, this hadn't went off all night. Why is it going on now? We've already done baseline line readings down here multiple times. Well, Stormy yells, something's coming up the well. Something's coming up the well. And just a reaction. I kicked the board back over the top of the well. REM pod shuts off. Keep in mind, we kept on seeing shadow figures at the end toward where the heating system is all freaking night. So, anyway, that's a short story. There was more stuff that happened that night, but keep tuned. There's more to come. I want to hear your stories.